Hi there, Cancer. Welcome to your end of February 2023 General Tarot Update. It's Rena here. Okay, some nice cards here. The heart of the matter is a Four of Pentacles. This is a card of financial security, sound money management. You can see the woman holding on to her coin purse as kind of symbolic of somebody who is really being intentional with their money. And this, I feel, is typical of Cancer already. Cancer is a sign that tends to be very, interested in saving money and not like a free spender. In the past position, we have the Six of Pentacles. Now, sometimes this can mean that you are helping out a family member. If you have money and somebody else doesn't, you may be helping them out. Perhaps you're helping out your partner if you are coupled because they're out of work and you are working, or you have the money to do so. Like, for instance, if you are retired and you have like an adult child who is unemployed, or they need money for some reason, perhaps you've helped them out. But I'm sensing that there could be this, issue that is connected with maybe things are not quite harmonious here. Maybe you're helping somebody out and you don't feel like they are giving back to you. So it's like a one-way street. And that's very hard to articulate, because I don't like when people keep books and they say, well, I did this for you and you have to do this for me. I don't like that. But on the other hand, when it is something very glaringly obvious that one person is doing a lot of the giving and somebody else is taking, it's not cool. So I can see both sides of it. And if you have been giving to someone, and like I said, it could be a partner, but it could also be a family member, you may be feeling this sense of like, okay, that's enough. And yet you are afraid to say it or whatever. The higher message is the King of Wands, stepping into your power. This is that alpha male energy. And sometimes you have to, it's not it's not just about doing this for yourself. You are really encouraging the other person to do this, because we use that word enabling because sometimes people, in their quest to help somebody else out, actually are creating greater dependency, because the other person is coming from a place of not believing in themselves. Even those people that you could call like leeches or con artists or whatever, who seem like they just don't want to work, or they just don't want to, do things for themselves. What is really going on is they don't really think that they can do something for themselves. It's not just that they, people just say, oh, so and so is lazy, they won't get a job, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's not really explaining what is truly going on. It may look like that on the surface, but it could be that that person doesn't feel like they are competent. And that can be destroyed very early in life. And so, um, it's sad because those types of people can find it very hard to go after what they want because they have low self-esteem. But by the same token, that doesn't mean that you have to go along with it. When you see that your help is changing into a permanent situation, then you probably, are putting your foot down. And that could be what the Four of Pentacles is, that you're finally putting your foot down, but you don't necessarily feel good about it. What crosses you is the World card. If this is like a relationship, for instance, and maybe it isn't even romantic, perhaps it's a friend who's always borrowing money, you may have to come to terms with some sort of relationship that is no longer serving either one of you. Maybe you see it as more toxic than anything that nourishes you, and that can feel a little bit off. And really, it is what it is. You don't have to really think too long and hard about it. It's just part of life. Things tend to have an expiration date, even friendships sometimes. Sometimes they last a lifetime, but sometimes they don't. People go different ways, or partners. And being able to see that is so important. And letting go. Cancer has those claws. The crab has claws that tend to be very tenacious in holding on to people in their life out of misplaced sentimentality, I guess I would say. What's coming in is the Knight of Swords, and this is you being more outspoken, letting the chips fall where they may. And you may be, this is one of those things where a person tolerates things for a long time, and then when they get fed up, everything just starts pouring out of them. And I'm not necessarily saying that that's so good, because sometimes that can mean that they go to the other extreme. But you may just be so concerned about your situation, you don't want your finances threatened, that you are willing to just tell it like it is. And whether the other person accepts it or not is a different story, but that's just how you feel about it. The outcome is the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory, so it means that you prevail in the end. Perhaps this is even something with shared resources, for instance, an inheritance. If you were somebody who was in charge of money that maybe was with your family, and other people were trying to get their hands on it, it's possible that you did give them some of that money, but you put your foot down eventually. And if there was any kind of legal judgment, that you were able to prevail, because this can be your victory. Okay, Cancer, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.